Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Planning for Reality, and welcome to this video. I have not yet decided what I'm going to call it, but I really think it's going to be a quick video because all I'm doing in this video is sharing what I've got and what I'm going to be using in 2025 to plan my life, which includes my work schedule, my budgeting, my kids' school schedules, and all things planning. So what I've decided to do is, pause for 1 second. Sorry, I had to settle the kids. Anyway, what I've decided to do is I purchased the student diary from Officeworks. I think it was $3, and I love the cover. It's a hardcover book and it's a student diary. What I liked about it is I've got my year at a glance. I've got, some school dates and things like that that I can refer back to. And these are the calendars as well. I've also got this kind of like when we set up in our bullet journal I'm lost for words because I'm so overwhelmed. Pretty much the year at a glance with you can put your specific dates and different things like that throughout the year. So I think I'll be using this for any important deadlines, bills, and appointments. So not just the regular monthly and weekly bills, but say for example, car registration, postal box, whatever's like an annual or a quarterly, maybe the quarterly bills, any appointments we have, and just things like that. So I think that's sufficient space. This one here is the term timetable, and I don't think I'll be using it for my own personal timetable, but it will more so be for what the kids have on. So say for example, library day is Monday for this child, I will write library and put their initial. Sports day, so I know that that child needs their sports uniform on that day. Just things like that, and one page will be more than enough unless they change it in the terms or the semesters. So I think that's what I'll be using that for. Examination timetables, I don't know how I would use this and if I'm going to use it. And assignments and due dates, also I don't know how I would use it as well. And same with these pages, but I'm sure I can figure it out and use them. This is a notes page, and then it goes into the weekly view. So Monday through to Sunday, and I work any times between Monday and Friday. I don't work on Saturday or Sunday. I'm not able to because I have the kids with me. But what I will be doing is, adding in my work schedule here and anything else that I might have on. I will also be drawing a line here and using this side for any bills that will come out on that day. That's how I'm planning to use it. And then that's every week for the year, and I like it because it tells you what week number it is, even what day of the year, what day number it is. So I think that's useful. And at the back there's also some more notes pages and an address book if we need it, and forward planning, so like a future log kind of a thing where I can put anything that's coming up in 2026, any specific important dates that I would find out about in 2025. Say I would have an appointment in 2026, I would write that down. For example, I know of an appointment that I will have in December of 2025 now. So now I can include that in already, and that's something that would happen this year. And it's a follow-up appointment at a doctor, but it's a 12-month thing. I've also got this notebook that I just don't even know where I got it from. I've just got a bunch of different stationery items around the house, and it's just a normal lined book. And what I will be using this for is my to-do list and my weekly, monthly budgeting. And I don't want to structure it. So what I think I'll be doing is, at the beginning of the week, I will be creating my budget. And then I will be, on this page here, Monday, and write my to-do list or write my weekly to-do list and check it off and just keep adding until it's time to do a new budget. Then whatever wasn't complete, I will move it and continue adding. So that way I don't have to keep going backward. I might do it that way, or I might go to the highlighter system where once I've done a task, I check it off and I still go back and forth. I'm not sure, but that's pretty much what this book is going to be for. I've got all my binders. If you watched all my my last video, you would see that some of my envelopes had to be emptied and moved because we had a situation with the electricity, and the air conditioner stopped working, and I had rushed to the binders for some quick cash. So there are some categories that I need to, for example, here, fix up the trackers, orthodontics I emptied, things like that. So I'll definitely be doing that. Another thing that I will be doing in 2025 is I will be using my annual savings book as best as I can. And how I plan to use this is not for 2025 savings, but for 2026. And this is kind of like my getting ahead. So what I'm planning to do is anything that I know is going to come up in 2026, I want to start saving for it in 2025. So say we have, for example, our Australia Day event. Instead of having the money being kept in our events or holidays envelope, I will be trying to add a little bit extra here and there and combining it to eventually get that amount. If I have car registration, I'm going to try to save for it for January. So, and that's with all the months. If I have a bill or an event that I know for 2026, I'm going to start saving in here. And you might see that, for example, in this binder for Amazon, for example, I already have my money for my 2025 bill, and I've started saving for my 2026. So once I've got the 2026 money, I will move it. This will become fully funded for 2025, and I will move it, the 2026 money, into this binder. So I'm only using the binders for 2025, the ones that I currently have, and those bills, and anything that's extra in there, once that bill is fully funded for 2025, anything extra will be moved into the annual savings for 2026 with the hopes of getting ahead 1 year in expenses. Now, I know for a fact that it is very, very impractical to think that I can do it, and I know that I won't have everything for 2026 saved next year, but it's going to be a start. So hopefully we can get to that. And I also have my challenge binder, which has been emptied, and I just haven't figured out which challenges I want to do yet. But I will continue with the coins challenges that I've been doing. And once I finish this tracker, I will be depositing this in as a budget for 2025. A buffer, an account buffer. So that's my plan for that. I will also be restarting my tax savings, because I still don't think I'm gonna have enough that's getting put away every week. I just want to have enough to pay the tax man and also for everything. So I'd rather have this money here and left as a bonus at the end than be behind. So those are the things that I'll be using in 2025. I guess we can move on to some of my things. I guess I can move on to my 2024 achievements. So I've tried to reflect as best as I could on 2024 and see how far I've come, just to keep myself motivated, because I've just been having so many challenges that I've had to face. And if we go back and think from the beginning of the year, I also didn't have very much at this time for back to school. I didn't have very much for anything really. I wasn't working. I was only getting Centrelink or government benefits, and I only had, you know, one binder, which had maybe, I think it was 5 or 6 categories. I know one was emergency, car, school, house, I think, and medical, I believe so. And there was, for a while, I was stuffing about $50 or $60 a week. So I finally, you know, in the beginning of the year, after all of that, I got a cleaning job, which wasn't high pay, but I was so happy to take it because I had been applying for work for a really long time. It was about 6 months or 7 months, and I hadn't been getting any jobs, probably even more than that. So I took it, and I actually really enjoy it. It's domestic cleaning. Anyway, so we did that, we got the job, and I was working and starting to get better and better with my finances. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, I pulled a ligament in my leg and cracked my ankle bone. So I was in a boot for about 6 weeks, or the boot was less, but I just couldn't step on it for a while, and it really hurt. And that took me back a bit mentally, but I was able to come out of that, which is a positive. That's an achievement in my opinion. During that time, I think that's when I replaced the stove. I did pay for it through ZipPay, but that's okay. I ended up paying ZipPay off. I paid off a couple of debts actually in this year. I paid off ZipPay. I paid off all the electricity bills that I was owing, and I paid off, we had a cash debt that my ex-partner took on. That was another thing that happened this year. Me and my ex-partner, we separated. It was my choice, and yeah, so I ended up taking on half of the mortgage of the house. We transferred half of the property into my name. He covered the legal fees because what he'd done, I think, was he refinanced, and then I financed, and so he covered all the fees that were involved, and I got my own finance. And I'm a half owner of a property, which is amazing. I could have never done that on my own, just out of the blue. So I started paying a mortgage in August, and yeah, I paid off my water, the electricity, the land rates that we were all behind, and then recently we finished the fence between us and the neighbors. So my neighbors gracefully offered to take on the project themselves and only charge me for material, which was such a blessing. And we finally got a new fence between them, us and them, because it was such a danger zone outside there, and the kids couldn't go out, and I was too scared myself. So that was a great achievement this year. I celebrated all the kids' birthdays this year, even if it was something small. It wasn't extravagant, nothing like that, but we still celebrated and had a good time with that. And then the car engine blew up on my old car. It was playing up for a while, the car, and we were pushing through, and finally it happened. The engine blew up when I was driving in the middle of the road, and smoke started coming out, and things just seemed to keep blowing up around me. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay positive. And so I ended up building up courage and asking my ex to pay me back for some money he took from me last year, which was 2023, because I want to buy a car. And so he gave me 5,000, and I bought a car with that. And it was a little bit more actually than that that car cost me, and I also did a lot of repairs on it. But at least we did it. We have a car that's working and registered and getting us from A to B, and hopefully it can last us for a long while more, because I had to empty my new car binder envelope. I think I was sitting about 400 and something, and now we're back down to, I think it's like $80. So I feel like every time I take a step forward, it's like 3 steps backwards. But anyway, we have been still getting through all the challenges. And there were so many of them. Recently also I started doing cleaning on my own. And now I will be in January starting to do, well, I can let you know now, cups and mug sublimation. So I will share with you some of the things that I can make, and I will be listing them on my Etsy store. They are nothing to do with planning, but they are something fun, and they're beautiful for gifts. They're beautiful for yourself. So you'll be able to see them very, very soon, because that January is next week. So those are some of my achievements. I'm sure there are so many more. I'm just so overwhelmed with what keeps happening around me that I can't think clearly. But yeah, those were great. We did have a great year regardless of everything that happened. My kids are doing well. They had some really good school results and academic excellences and outcomes, which I'm really, really proud of. And yeah, so all we can do now is focus on moving forward. So for me, for 2025, I'm going to set myself some goals, and I think just off the top of my head, my first goal is to stay on track with bills. That's my number one, is to stay on track with bills, because if I fall behind on bills, I fall behind on everything. And that's why, if you've watched my last video, although I took the money out from a couple of the bills that I had to pay, I ended up replenishing it straight away from other categories, because those are my high priorities. So one of my goals is to stay on track with bills, and if I can get ahead, I will get ahead. Another goal, financially we're speaking, is to start getting a little ahead and building up on some emergency savings, for an emergency car savings and an emergency household savings. Another goal I have is to purchase those new appliances that I really need, a fridge and a new washing machine. Those two I really want to get in 2025. Even if they're still running for me right now, I'm still going to replace them before they do die on me completely. So those are the things. And now I need to add to the list a new air conditioner. So we don't have an air conditioner now. New South Wales is very hot. I guess there's just going to be a lot of water played with the kids. We've got a couple of fans that we can put out, but I don't think I can purchase an air conditioner right now. I can't really afford it, because my hours are going to be dropping this week, and I don't have much saved for holiday pay. That's another goal that I have, is to save holiday pay well in advance. And yeah, so I can't do that, but hopefully we can get through this this summer in one piece. And I'm tired. And I think in terms of finances, I think those are the goals that I have. Life goals, get on schedule, get on routine, and I want to try to actually have some fun this coming year, because I sacrificed so much fun things on myself to get my finances in order, and my family and my kids, my family in order. And I found that yeah, I keep missing out, and things are just going to keep happening. So I kind of want to make some kind of priority for a little bit of fun. It doesn't have to be expensive fun or cost a lot of money, but I need to make that time. And I guess that's it for this video. I'm not sure when you're going to be seeing this, but definitely before the new year. So I hope you had an awesome Christmas. If this is after Christmas, if you see this before Christmas, Merry Christmas, regardless. If you don't celebrate, I hope you're having a great holiday, and I hope you all have an awesome start to 2025. Thank you so much to every single one of you for being such great and awesome, loving supporters towards me and my family, my children. This year in 2024, I really appreciate every single one of you, and I hope 2025 will be better for all of us. Thank you, and Happy New Year to you all. You take care, everyone, and see you next time. Bye for now. Bye, everyone.